So my name is Brooke Hemingway. I think most of you know me by now, but if you don't, I live on Kauai. I'm a Sapphire Ambassador with Plexus. And we wanted to have this call just to give you guys a couple of tips to get back to the basics for growing your business and sharing Plexus, and also to give you some ideas of how to really take this promotion that's going on right now and just run with it. Because that $19.99 to join Plexus is unbelievable. Everybody has 20 bucks. And so this is a great time for people to join. So just going back to the very basics, if you are a new ambassador and you are enrolling people and you're just starting out with them, we want you to make sure that you're doing a few things. We want you to make sure that you're adding your new ambassadors to the team page for whichever group you're in. So if you're in Stephanie's group, they're going to Diamonds in the Rough. If you're on Amy's team, they're going to Aloha Plexus. If you're on my team or Emily's team, they're going to Ohana Plexus. So make sure to add them to the groups so that they can get all the connections and training that they need. Something that we do on our team as well when we enroll someone new is immediately when they enroll, once they're enrolled, we invite them to share. So one of the principles and the key things that's going to help you guys to grow your business and to grow at a faster rate and to be able to help more people is to share and to start inviting your ambassadors to share right away. So you're not going to wait for a month or 2 months or 3 months to see how the product works for them. You're going to invite them to share right off the bat. And somebody just, yeah, that was somebody, little background noise. So you're going to invite them to share right off the bat. Now this might seem like something scary to do at first because, you know, they might be thinking, oh, well, I don't even know how it's going to work for me. But the ambassador that you enrolled knows you. They know how it's worked for you. There are hundreds and thousands of testimonials out there. And so when I ask someone to share, what I do is I tell them, you know, I know that you've got 3 or 4 people in your life right now that are struggling with some kind of health issue or energy or sugar cravings. There are at least 3 or 4 people in your life that are struggling with that, and they would love to hear about Plexus. So by you sharing what you're going to start doing and what you're going to try, you're just inviting them to get to learn about it. You're not trying to sell them anything. You're not doing a big sales pitch on Facebook. You're just saying, hey guys, I'm excited. I'm going to be trying Plexus. My friend Brooke told me about it. It's helped her with her sleep, her energy, her sugar cravings, and her digestive issues. Does anyone want to do this with me? Super simple, non-salesy, just inviting people to learn about Plexus. Almost always, we are able with this method to get people to go silver very quickly within the first week or 2, some people even before their products come. And the reason this is so important, guys, is because, you know, over the last 9 months that I've been doing this, the last couple years that Amy's been doing this and Stephanie, they can tell you that when people start in a group, they're more likely to stick with it, as opposed to if they just join, they don't tell a soul about it, they don't have anyone to compare notes to, they don't get to see the progress in their loved ones, they're more likely to drop off. And so we want people to be successful. We want them to get the results they're looking for, but we also know from our experience that some people get results fast and some people get results slow. So we've got to have people joining and then having their friends and family join with them. So definitely, that's our Silver in 7 Days method. And to make it less scary for people, as soon as they put that post up there and they get a response, we tell them, hey, start a 3-way message with the interested person, you and me. And just introduce me and say, hey, this is my friend Brooke. She's been with Plexus 9 months. I'm brand new, so I don't really know how to answer all your questions, but feel free to ask away in this thread and we'll both be learning together. And so that way they're putting it out there like, hey, you know, I don't know everything, but I've got someone here that definitely can answer your questions. And then we just go from there on the 3-way thread. And we have a really good success rate for getting people enrolled that way. So that's one of the basics that I want you to take away with this. So join the groups, start sharing right away, encouraging your new ambassadors to share right away, and then encourage everybody that joins your team to make a list of 20 to 50 people that they think Plexus would be good for. Sometimes if you tell people a list of 100, it's very intimidating. So just start off with like a list of 20, and you can invite them to do a 3-way call or a Zoom or just a 3-way message. We actually do a ton of 3-way messages in our team, more than we do Zooms and three-way calls. I know everyone has their own system, but sometimes Zoom is difficult for people. So we just do three-way messages, and that seems to go really, really well for us. And our growth has been really strong month after month. You know, the other thing that's I'm very specific on, that I know not every team is, and some of you may or may not agree with me on this, but coming from my health background and with what I know about the body, I know that everybody needs to be on these products for at least 3 months. And when I start people on the products, I never, ever, ever mention the 60-day money-back guarantee. That is not a selling feature for me. I feel like that cheapens the product to me. This is my personal opinion. I feel like it cheapens it, and it's giving them a way out. And by using that, it's kind of like I'm saying, hey, in 60 days, you're going to be well. Instead of talking about the 60-day money-back guarantee, I try to educate them on how the body heals, that it takes 90 days for cells to regenerate. It takes 6 weeks to 6 months for your gut bacteria to balance out, and this is all scientifically proven. So in my mind, I want people to get the results that they need to get. I know they need to be consistent for at least 90 days. So why in the world am I going to have them pay a customer price for 90 days? It doesn't make any sense to me. So we basically only enroll ambassadors, especially if they're doing the triplex and the X Factor, which is what we start everybody on. If it's somebody that is a holdout that's like, no, I am only doing Slim, or no, I'm only doing the probiotic, of course it makes sense for them to be a customer. But guys, if you want people to get results, you have got to have them think about it in the long term, not in a 30-day thing or a 60-day thing. Because we've done this method, we've had really good retention. I feel like we've had really good retention. It's about 20 to 25% drop-off rate on our team, which I feel is pretty good, because we prepare them ahead of time. We also prepare them with Candida die-off. And we enroll ambassadors. We don't really enroll customers, or not very many of them. And that's why I've been able to grow so quickly and have such good retention. That, along with the silver in 7 days, sharing immediately. So I feel pretty strongly about that. That's something that we do on our team that has yielded really good growth. The other thing that we stress to our people is, if you do have customers, they only stay a customer for a month, because after a month, they're probably loving the products anyway. So again, why are they going to pay more for the products? You have to look at ambassadors as being more of a long-term plan. So that's what you're going to do to get your residual income, how you're going to grow your business, how you're going to rank advance, right? So we all have a few customers, but we mostly work on growing our teams by ambassadors, because we want people that are loving their products and sharing their products, because we want to reach as many people as possible. The other thing to think about is sending them, when they first join, a video toolbox. This is back to the basics again. We have a video toolbox that we send out to every single new ambassador. In that video toolbox, we have about 6 videos, one on the triplex, one on the X Factor, one on fungus, the one by Ahmed Darling on fungus, one on what to expect when you start plexus, Learn While You Earn by Melissa Eichenhorst, and then I made a video a while back on why would I want to share plexus, which is a great one for new people to watch, because I talk about why they would want to share plexus right off the bat. So those are in our video toolbox. We give those to every new ambassador. We tell them to copy and paste it and save it in the notes on their phone, so that when they come across a family member or a friend that's interested in plexus, they can just copy and paste whichever videos they want to share with them into the message, and they've already got a built-in tool right there that helps them get started with sharing. Because I firmly, firmly believe, guys, in the power of 3. If you go back to Sheila Medina's video on the power of 3, we absolutely have to be employing the power of 3. If you want to have explosive growth and you want to have momentum, you're not looking to have a giant client base, customer base. You're looking to have ambassadors that are using the power of 3. Right now, if you have a ton of customers, it's a great time to upgrade them to ambassador. If they're loving the products, it's a great time in these next few days to reach out to them and say, hey, I know you're loving your products. Let's upgrade you to ambassador, and then let's have you get 2 or 3 friends or family on board with you, because it's only $19.99 to join right now. I'm sure you've got a couple people in mind. Let's get them on the phone, or let's get them on a Zoom, or let's get them on a three-way message. So what I want to leave you with here as my final takeaway is you have 2 days left for this special, 2 days left for this promotion. You guys can kill it in 2 days. I want you to sit down tonight. I want you to make a list of every single person you can think of that has not joined your team yet, and the people that you have communicated with already, and send them each a message tonight. You can use copy and paste, you know, personalize it a little bit in the beginning, but then copy and paste your message. Invite them to learn more, invite them to join. It's going to be worth your time. The other thing that I would suggest that you do is, even to your ambassadors that have never shared, but have been on the products for several months and are having great results and loving the products, reach out to all of those ambassadors as well. Send them a message saying, you know, hey, Jenny, I know you're loving your Plexus. I'm sure you've seen the special that's going on right now for $19.99. I would love to help you get your products for free, and I'd love to see you bless the lives of other people that you know. Do you have 2 or 3 people that you can think of right now that we could share this special with, and we could share a little bit about Plexus in the next couple of days? So that's what I did. And just today, I thought of about another 10 or 15 more people that I'm going to reach out to. So I want to encourage you to do the same. Sit down tonight, get it done. It'll all be worth it, guys. Let's keep the momentum going. Don't give up until the very end of the special. You get out there and you get the word out. And that's all I have to share for me tonight. Who's up next?
Okay, good. There, I was muted. I was like, it's me. Unmute me. Okay, hi guys. Emily Gibson, Emerald Ambassador. And I get to talk to you. You guys can hear me, right? Yeah, it's super quiet. Okay. The mute is a love-hate. Okay, so what I'm going to talk to you guys tonight about is the question that I get a lot is, how do you talk to people about Plexus who you are just meeting? And this is something that can be hard for people, especially if you're very introverted, but it's a skill that's so important to learn in this business because, you know, we can sit and we can work our warm market. Our warm market are all of our friends and our family, but then what do we do when we feel like we've exhausted our warm market? You know, that's where making new friends and meeting new people comes into play. So when I see someone at the grocery store, do I go up to them and say, oh my gosh, you need Plexus? No, that would not work, because then that person is going to feel sold to, and they're going to go, whoa, this chick is crazy, and I'm going to stay away from her. Instead, if I am at the grocery store and I'm picking out, you know, granola bars or fruit snacks or whatever, then, and there's a mom next to me, maybe I say something like, oh yeah, like, do your kids, which one do your kids like? And we strike up a conversation, and I try and find something in common. I try to connect with them. This is something that I did before Plexus. I have always been someone who, whenever I meet a new person, my innate urge is always to connect with them. And so I think that's one of the things that has really helped me to be successful with Plexus is I am always trying to connect with people. And I love, there's this video that Sonia Dudley did called Connect versus Convince. And if you've never seen it before, you need to watch it tonight because it's so great at explaining why you have to connect before you can convince. And really, at the end of the day, we're not convincing. We're connecting. We're never convincing. We're connecting, and the products sell themselves. So, so when I say I connect with people, for example, I was talking with a lady at the nail shop. And I may have already told this story on Stephanie's call last month, but it's such a great example of that. And it was, I was sitting at the nail shop, and this lady, she I could tell that everyone in that shop, she influenced them. She just had that personality where you just want to sit by her and talk to her because she makes you feel good when you're around her. And I sat there, and Brooke was getting her nails done, and I was sitting there just like, how am I going to meet this lady? I need to be this lady's friend. And so anyway, it worked out that I got to sit by her, and I noticed that she had an iWatch. And I would love to own an iWatch myself. And but I do not currently own one, but I really want one. And so I was, asking her, oh, tell me about your watch. Like, which color did you get? Tell me about the band. And she started telling me, oh my gosh, I have to show you where I got it on Amazon, and you need this one, and you need this color, and this is the best price. And I'm like screaming Plexus inside, right? Because this lady, once Plexus works for her, I know she's going to be telling everybody where to get it. So, but I can't say that to her. So instead, I friended her on Facebook, and now I'm developing a relationship with her. And that's the key. If you meet someone out in public, try to connect with them in some way. Maybe you find that you have something in common. And I'm like constantly, my brain is just, the wheels are turning on how to connect with random strangers because I want to friend them on Facebook. And Amy always tells me that she just hands people her phone and says, oh, find me on Facebook and add me, and I'll add you. And that's how she does it. That's a really great way to do it. So I always try and get new Facebook friends. And then Amy's going to talk a little bit more about how you can do that through Instagram and hashtags. But I just really wanted to focus on that face-to-face contact. When you meet someone, be interested in them. Even if it's just somebody that you're sitting with at the dentist, or standing in line at the grocery store, or you're picking up your kids from school once school starts again, or you're at the pool and there's moms around you. Make friends with people. And the best way to stay in touch is to friend them on Facebook. So this morning, I got to be on a local TV show here in Utah. And I was sharing my experience with anxiety and postpartum depression. And not once did I mention Plexus on that, obviously, because that would have been a huge compliance issue. But when I got off the show, there was another person who had been in a different segment who came up to me, and she said, I really resonated with everything that you said. And I just wanted to tell you how meaningful it was to me that you shared your story, because I went through that. And I gave her a hug, and I said, I'm so, thank you so much for saying that. I really appreciate that. What's your name? And she told me her name, and I said, I would really love to stay friends with you. Are you on Facebook? Yeah, I am. Okay, I'll add you on Facebook. And right then and there, I added her on Facebook, and I found out her job is a teacher. And I said, I was a teacher. What grades did you teach? Right? We're connecting because we're finding out things that we have in common. And so now we're Facebook friends, and now I can develop a relationship with her. And it's just like any other friendship. You have to cultivate it. You have to connect, find things in common. I'm going to comment on her stuff. I'm going to be friends with her. I'm genuinely interested in her because I know we have a common interest. So I think that that's the thing that a lot of people really struggle with is they think, well, we all think Plexus all the time, but the difference is that when you are a professional network marketer, you think Plexus all the time, but that's not the first thing you say to people. You don't just walk up with a stick of Slim in your hand everywhere you go saying, you need Plexus, and you need Plexus, and you need Plexus. You go and say, tell me who you are. What's your name? Let's be friends. Because Plexus will come as you do that. It will naturally just happen. So be a friend. That is my advice to you, is be a friend. Be a genuine friend and increase your friendships wherever you go. All right, Amy, you're up. Can we unmute Amy? Let me see.
Hello, can y'all hear me?
There she is.
Okay, so I hate technology. I just want to throw that out there. Anyway, so let's get going. What Emily and Brooke said is amazing, guys. Like, they are rocking the business because they're doing the same duplicatable steps that everybody talks about. What they're saying is not new. I'm going around the country talking to all kinds of jewels, diamonds. I mean, everybody in the company I meet with all the time. And we all do the exact same thing pretty much, except some people that are not growing, I've completely convinced myself it's because they're in management mode. If you cannot raise your hand right now and say that you have reached out to 5 people today, then you are not working your business the way you should. And the reason I'm saying that is because there is an amazing special, what we were just talking about, $19.99. $20, guys. You can change somebody's life with $20, but you have to get up the courage to do that, because I can't reach out to your people. You have to reach out to your people. I don't know your people, Sally. I don't know your people, Alicia. I don't know all of your friends. So you have to get up the courage to reach out to the people on your list that you might be scared about. If you've already exhausted your whole 100 contact list, 200 contact list, you need to start at the very top and work your way through again. I like voice messages. I think they're quicker, more efficient, and I think people can hear your passion. So I believe if you just do a quick voice message on Facebook and say something like, you know, oh my goodness, I cannot believe this. Plexus has a special once a year. You've been on my heart and mind, and I would really, really like for you to try these products. Do you have 10 minutes this Thursday that I could call you and talk to you about this? You need to engage with people. You want them to hear your passion and your excitement. If you are like nervous or embarrassed or not bold, they're not going to take you seriously. I tell people all the time, if you were to go in to see a doctor and he said, oh, okay, well, you have depression, I think you could maybe be on Prozac, or would you rather be on whatever else? I mean, or would you rather do a natural supplement, or what would you rather do? What would make you more comfortable? What are you willing to spend? You're going to walk out of the doctor's office not convinced that you want to do this. Or, you know, you need to be bold when you talk to people. You need to tell them exactly what they need to be on, which is the Fab Four. Sell the Fab Four all the time, because that X factor makes those 3 products, the triplex, work so much better, guys. It makes everything more absorbable to your body. It gives people energy. It really is a great product. So you need to get people sold on the Fab Four. Don't be apologetic over price. What they were saying, you know, okay, this is a video toolbox. Those videos that they send to their people, Crystal Grady has a video toolbox. Dana, I saw you ask them for their video toolbox. Dana made a killer video toolbox. There are video toolboxes out there for everybody in all of our groups files tab. If you're not utilizing the files tab and you're asking me questions like, I'm just not growing, the first thing I'm going to say to you is are you watching videos every night, 1 or 2 videos every night? Are you researching ingredients on your own? Because if you are not immersing yourself in Plexus culture and treating this like a business, you're not going to succeed in this. It's like you're hired as a teacher, but yet you don't set your classroom up for the beginning of the year. You don't put the ABCs on the walls and get the chalk done and the pencils. You have to work the business if that's what you want. And so the $19.99 right now, the special we're offering, is huge. We should all be signing people up. We should all be excited. Message everybody. Just like Brooke was saying, go through and send text, send voice, whatever, call people. I mean, that's a novice idea, guys. Pick up the phone and actually call people and tell them you have an exciting deal for them. That's how I got one of my rock stars, Joni Robbins. So pick up the phone, call people. I mean, just yesterday I looked and we had 90 people added to our team in 3 days. That is ridiculous. That means most of y'all see the potential in this business and you're really working it. So I just want to create that passion and that excitement in you. Do this, work hard, earn some money for your family and your friends, and show them how to do the same thing. That is following those easy, duplicatable steps that we all talk about. Get them posting on Facebook right away. As soon as they say to you, I don't want to post on Facebook till I have a testimony, you're not going to say, oh, okay, I understand. No, you're going to say, oh no, we're going to get you posting right away. This is what I want you to write. You're going to share my testimony. And then, so you're not uncomfortable, I'm going to take over the conversation for you, like Emily was saying, in 3-way messages. Or you're going to ask them, hey, what about a 3-way call with this person? So you are being proactive, guys. You are not allowing them to control the conversation. You're doing it. Does that make sense? Do not let them sit there and wait on a testimony. Just like Brooke said, you tell everybody this product is 3 to 6 months. If you're not willing to do that, then maybe this is not the product for you. That's what I tell everybody. I personally do not sell samples. I don't believe in samples because I think it is a waste of, I'm trying to tell people you have to do it 3 to 6 months, but then I'm saying, here, buy a 7-day trial pack because people are not going to see much in 7 days. So what you can do, here's another alternative, is you can say, hey, if you're willing to, I want you to do this 3 to 6 months. But until your product comes in, you can buy a 3-day trial pack off of me for $10 and get started right now. So you can do something like that. But what I recommend is maybe giving people just 1 stick of Slim for taste and telling them, I'll give you a stick for taste, but you're really not going to notice anything unless you do these products 3 to 6 months. So as long as you're getting bold and confident and you're watching videos, I have people ask me questions and I think, did you not do the training that we offered you? All the stuff that I'm posting in my team page every day and that Brooke and Emily post and that Crystal post, most people don't even watch that stuff. If you're not watching it, then how are you going to learn? So make sure you're actively participating because it encourages us when you actively participate and tell us, oh, okay, I get that. Hey, this might work better for you. I mean, we like feedback. We like to brainstorm. I believe there's people in this call. I have not arrived because I'm a diamond. There are people on this call that add value to our team way more than I do. There are people on this call that can benefit others so much more than I can or can reach somebody way better than I can. So we all need to be contributing like our gifts to the team so we can grow. Cold contacting, what Emily said, she said she enjoyed meeting people before Plexus. I was the type of person that would walk past a veteran wearing a hat and I would stop and say, thank you for your service. Oh, did you serve in the Korean War? Can you tell me about it? I was just genuinely interested in his life. If you didn't do that to begin with, if you're not genuinely interested in people, this is a people business. You have to act like you like people in this business. You cannot stay introverted into your house. You have to go out, make eye contact, talk about their cute little kids, talk about, their homeschooling, talk about their school, whatever. Make a point to talk about things with people and show an interest in their lives. So Emily was spot on. Cold contacting for me works wonders. I sign people up all the time. I got a girl at the hair salon. I said, hey, it's $20 this month. You're going to make that off tips today. Spend that, buy your own business, and make more than you do as a hairdresser. That was my conversation with her. I was nice about it, but that's what I told her. And so I got her Facebook contact, and I'll message her tonight. That's how I cold contact. But if you're scared and you're home a lot because of a lot of little kids, Instagram. If you were not on our call last week, you need to utilize Instagram. I see a lot of y'all posting on Instagram, but you're posting hashtags like Plexus, Plexus Freedom, Plexus, or Utah Jewel. Like, no one's going to look up Utah Jewel. Emily didn't do this, but no one's going to look up she's not going to get an ambassador from Utah Jewel. Y'all aren't going to get an ambassador if you put something like generic, like if I type Plexus bus, I'm not going to get a Plexus ambassador. But if I type Tahoe, Arvine, Let Freedom Ring, July 4th, Tahoe, Utah, stay-at-home moms. I mean, y'all could start naming off all these things. Search the trending hashtags on Instagram and use those because everyone looks up those hashtags. And as soon as you see somebody follow you, click on whoever follows you and send them a message through Instagram. Hey, thank you so much for following me. I'm a stay-at-home mom of 7 kids. I'm super passionate about homeschooling, but I'm also super passionate about Plexus. It's an all-natural supplement company. Have you heard of it? That is what I want y'all to write. And I took that from Bridget Ryan. If you weren't on the call last month, she has signed 300 level 1s. 300. And not one of those is a cold contact. And she said only a handful of them are people that are family or friends. Does that tell you how crazy it is? And she sends 40 messages a night. 40. Let that sink in. We're telling y'all to send 5 messages a day. Try sending 40 messages a night. That's why she's at the top of the leaderboard every single week, because she is working her business. She is finding people that are like-minded as her. So if you like to crochet, you're hashtagging crochet. Horseback riding, anything that you like and can relate to people with is what you're hashtagging. And as soon as you message them on Instagram and they message back, oh, I've been seeing stuff about Plexus, but I don't know much. You're going to say, are you on Facebook? Let's connect through that. It's a lot easier. Send me your Facebook name. And you friend them on Facebook, and that's where you're going to start the messages, because it is way easier to connect through Facebook than it is Instagram, as y'all know. But you're going to get them through Instagram. That's where you're going to get your new contacts. So that is for you introverts out there that are like, you know, can't leave the house a lot. You can send out, Bridget says she does 40 messages in 13 minutes. She has it timed. So that does not take all day, guys. After your kids go to bed, hashtag like crazy, send some messages out. So that's all I have for you guys. I'm really excited y'all got on this call. I know your time's valuable. I wanted to keep it under 40 minutes. If you have, I don't know if Steph is still on here, because she's host. I don't know if she, let's see, she's over on somewhere. Okay. So if you have any questions, can y'all maybe like type them in the thing or raise your hand? She can unmute, whatever. But we can take a few questions before we end, like 5 minutes. Does anybody have a question? Don't everyone speak up at once.
Do you want to go ahead or tell me again, and I will post or write in the chat group what Bridget says, because I'm sure everybody's going to be asking that.
Yeah, we'll post it. We'll post it when we get off, yeah.
Okay.
Any questions? No? Okay, so if y'all are sitting at silver right now, I want y'all to, hold on. Okay, Catherine, that's a legit question. Okay, so it is not worth it to sign people up without a welcome pack. The reason I will tell you this is because I have only done this. I've done this a few times, and never has that person ever worked the business except one person, and that person is Joni Robbins. She's a Ruby ambassador now. And the reason that she actually did it and I let her do it is because I knew she would work the business. She was pregnant. She wanted to check with her doctor, all of that. But she needed money bad. And she's a hard worker. So because she needed money really bad, and that was her number one concern, was working the business, and she already had customers lined up. She already told me, Amy, I know people this can benefit. I really want to sign up. I know people that can start, you know, that'll sign up with me. Then I did it. But most people, they don't know the value in it. So like if they're not buying the welcome pack, and they're not trying the products themselves, they don't have any value in the company itself. They've dropped $20 and most likely they're just going to fall off and they're not going to do anything. So I don't even tell people that's an option. They figure it out on their own, but I don't ever even tell people that's an option. I say, oh yeah, like the hairdresser today said, oh, it's only $20 today. And I said, no, it's actually $119.99 plus shipping and tax. And she was like, well, I thought you said it was $20. I was like, yeah, but you get this one-time great special of our products. And you have to be a product of the product because you want to tell people about it. So she didn't sign up right then because she didn't want to draw. She was willing to spend $20, but not $120. So it wasn't even worth it to me to get her. Does that make sense, guys?
John had a legal question, he said. Guys, just type your questions into the chat. John, what was your question, your legal question? You just said, I have a question. Can you type it into the chat there so we can read it? What I did yesterday, you guys, I spent 2 hours going through all of my followers on Instagram, and I messaged them what I just copied and pasted into the chat here. And I thought my husband was literally going to shoot me because we didn't get our festivities on for the 4th until like 1 p.m. But I really wanted to go through and be thorough and find all of those people. And I now am in 15 different chats on Instagram. I've moved 4 of them over into Facebook. I have 2 people that are seriously considering. And it's like my mind is totally blown that this has been here this whole time and I didn't think to do this. So, yeah, I mean, the thing that's so great about social media connecting is a lot of people are more comfortable sharing themselves when there's a computer between you.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes people will, like almost always, people can be closer through the internet than through real life interaction. Okay.
Stacia.
Would you be able to give us an example of what you send people regarding why you want people to do the products at least 3 to 6 months? I mean, the reason why we want people to do the products for 3 to 6 months is because it takes 90 days for the body to regenerate new healthy cells. And 90 days is really not that much if you have an issue like high blood sugars. If you are a type 2 diabetic with really high A1C level readings, you might be looking at 12 months before you even see your blood sugars budge. And that is from Thomas, her husband, who is a board certified doctor, an MD. He said that blood work can take up to 12 months. So if you're talking with people who want to change their cholesterol or their blood pressure or their A1Cs, or they have PCOS or hypothyroidism, I mean, I tell those people right off the bat, don't expect anything for 6 to 9 months. You might have better energy and better sleep initially, but if you have multi-dimensional issues that you're looking for plexus to heal that have taken your body 30 years, 40 years, 50 years to develop, you can't expect that to be better in 30 days. That's not how the body works. And anyone that tells you that you're going to have fast results with something like that, don't believe them. You know, like, yes, there are amazing stories of people that I personally know who have had results in less than a month, in 3 months off of their metformin. But I never make those promises because everyone's body is so different.
Ken, what you were saying about being nauseous, somebody saying that, it's just a lot of people look for reasons not to like Plexus. I've noticed that over time. Like, if somebody sampled a pink drink and said, oh, I got nauseous from it, I just sort of say, I don't know how that's possible. Maybe you can take half a pack tomorrow. I've never heard that before. That's what I say, because I really have never heard that before, except on people that I feel like don't really want to give the products a fair shot. So a lot of people will even talk about the taste of Plexus. Well, I don't like the taste. And I just say, are you kidding me? Like, I did juice cleanses with apple cider vinegar and lemon and everything. I mean, people that are serious about their health really get it. You know, they're not, most people don't say, oh, you know, I don't like the taste of the Slim, or I just feel nauseous. I don't even, like dilute it with more water. I don't give that any thought. If somebody tells me, like, I got nauseous off the pink drink, I'd say, oh, well, just give it a while, because I've never heard that before. Maybe you ate something funny beforehand. Like, I would just dismiss it. Like, I've learned that there's so many people out there. You're going to come across so many people that are looking for a reason not to follow through with it. But then there's the people that really want it and are hurting so bad that they're willing to try anything, and this is nothing to them. It's very simple and very easy. So don't give it any thought. Dismiss it sort of like, oh, it's fine. Maybe you ate something beforehand.
So John is asking, if someone has a negative experience with Plexus and decides to push a lawsuit, who is held liable, the ambassador or Plexus?
Plexus.
I don't know. Yeah,
It's
Plexus. Yeah. Okay, Plexus. Cold contact video on how to start following on Instagram. Sally, number one, just come to my house and I'll sit next to you and show you the hashtags. But also, we could make a video on that. We don't have one yet, but maybe Bridget will make one. I'm sure people are asking. If she's not going to make it, I'll make one. A1Cs are basically averages of 3 to 4 months. Yeah, it can take a lot longer to get it down.
Okay, so guys, it's 6:45, so we're going to head off. But really quick Crystal's husband, they lost their his grandma today. So if y'all could please pray for the Grady family, we'd appreciate it. Continue to pray for John Lowe, who of course we all know is super strong cancer fighter right now. There's some other unspoken requests. I know some private things on here. So let's just all be praying for each other and praying for our team, because I think that's very important in our growth and just for all of us. So I love y'all and so thankful y'all got on. And next week, same time, we'll see y'all here, and we'll have a special guest next week. Don't know who it's going to be yet, but somebody cool. So somebody better than me. So we'll talk to y'all next week, guys. Love y'all.
Bye.